Well, hey there, thanks for stopping by. And if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Robbie Greer from Rusticated-Art, and this is Fun Times Family Art, where you get to draw along with me from the comfort of your own home. Now in today's tutorial, I'm going to be finishing my old mate Bluey. Remember last week I did the outline of Bluey the Magpie? Well, this week we're going to be putting in the shading. Now be sure to watch through to the end, because not only will I be showing you all the techniques that I've learnt along the way, but I'm also going to be giving a shout out to another very special channel. Now don't hit that like button just yet. I'll tell you when to hit it. So what do you reckon? You ready to get started? Well, come on then. Now with most of my portrait work, what I like to do, whether it's with animals or humans, I like to start, once I've got the outline in, I like to do the eye. Well, in this case it's the eye, but I like to do the eyes because I just get the feeling that once I've done the eyes, it's like, it's silly I know, but it's like they're keeping an eye on me. You know, I mean, I just feel that they're watching what's happening. So for some reason, obviously it's a psychological thing, I just like to start with the eyes. And because we don't have, when we're drawing with graphite, we don't have the luxury or, you know, we don't have colour. So we have to use tone to try and create the image that we're after. Now I'm going to be using my 2B, because as you can see there's a lot of variances. It's called Tonal Value. And it's darker around here and it's a bit lighter there. And because I do think the Bluey is a female, because it's a little bit grey around here. And also here, where it's quite light, is an indication that she's a juvenile. So I'm just going to start off just lightly. I'm going to start off putting in the darks. I'm using sort of circular motion when I do this, because I am trying to sort of get a bit of a feathery look as well. I may have to go a little bit darker here in that area, so I'm going to go to my 4B. I'm holding the pencil quite flat, because it is a bit darker in the area that I'm doing, so we'll just go like this. Just take your time, it's not a race, and then you'll see that it is darker in here as well. We're sort of just blocking in. I always like to start with the eye, but then I thought do the eye and then continue with the head and work our way down. Little circular motions. A bit lighter in there. I think I'll probably even go darker actually. Not yet, but I will. It's quite dark here where it meets up with the white and the feathers. Alright, give it a little blend. I'm using my mechanical pencil here because I'm able to get a sharper point. I need to define those eyes a bit better, or the eye a bit better. I'm not really saying a lot at the moment. I'm just trying to focus on what I'm doing. Just making it a bit darker now. I'm just using the 6B, and then I'm going to go and blend it and just see what we can. I'm not happy with this here, but I'm sort of going what picture's telling me, so it just doesn't seem right. But anyway, we're going to get a bit of glare. It's just so dark. I'm just starting on the front, on your belly, and just down by where her wing is, just putting in the dark there. And notice how I'm doing it, sort of trying to give the feather effect. So it's not just a straight line. So I'm doing sort of circular motions. Now up there it's a little bit lighter. That's what I was saying about the plumage. Putting in her beak. In a lot of cases it's really just going over it, and that's what it is with graphite drawing. You go back over things, you take bits out, you blend it all in, and it slowly all comes together. Yeah, I'm using a little micro brush there, which is actually a lady's mascara brush. Taking a bit out. That's how we get the sort of soft round edges, just by taking bits out, putting bits in, blending it. Really just trying to get as much darkening as we can, because they're like a jet black. I'm trying, this is only a 3B, but it's a Montmartre, seems to have a bigger or a darker tone for some reason. I don't know. It really needs to be a bit darker. We need to try and get black. Might be easier just to try and do it all dark, and then, like I said before, do a bit of negative and just take some out to create the lighter effect. So I might just try that. She's sort of got her head on an angle, so I'm just trying to, as they do, they sort of do that, they look at you sideways. Okay, well, I started having a few issues with my recording, so I had to resort to doing a voiceover. Now this is the feet, or the claws, or the talons, and I couldn't quite see properly on the screen or the printout of what was actually going on there. It was just too dark, even though I lightened it up. But I sort of worked it out. I think it was just the fact that it looked so big and it just didn't look right, so I've sort of scaled it back a little bit. I think I got it right. Putting in the shadows and the shading there. It's a pity you can't hear them singing their song. And it's been so wet in the last few days, we just haven't had any rain, so, I mean, we've just had so much rain, there hadn't really been any magpies around, so the old mate Bluey hasn't been around at all. I'd love to have got a recording of her singing away. A little bit of detail in there. There's always a little bit of mucking around when you're doing the detail bits. That was a tricky bit. Remember trying to get it all in the right place, and that's where the grid comes in so handy. Yeah, good to get that bit finished. Now I'm just doing the rope that he's standing on, or she's standing on. Just putting in the way the rope sort of, you know, how they twist around. Now this was a bit tricky doing this talon, the talon or the claws, because honestly I could not see. So that's as close as I could get it to the drawing. So I was going to change it, but then I thought, well, that's how the drawing is. So I just sort of persevered with it. I was putting in a bit more grey. You know, that's how you can tell if it's a female, because the back of the head on the neck there is grey. The male one is just straight white. Putting in a little bit of detail. Now coming up, you're about to see, I actually put the background in off camera because it was just going to take up too much time. Because it's black and white, all I can really do is just put the darker where it's darker, and then take a bit out to make it a bit lighter. And I'm trying to create, by doing a sort of a twisting motion with the pencil, a circular motion, just create the feather-like look to it. It's always a matter of going back, blending it, and then going back, taking little bits out. That's how we do it. We've got to build up the layers to be able to create the impression that it's three-dimensional. I would have liked to have got it blacker than that, but that's about as black as I can go using graphite. Anyway, what do you reckon? Well, thanks for watching through to the end. That really means a lot to me, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. And as you can see, I had to do a lot of it in time-lapse because it would have just taken too long. Now this week's shout out goes to a very special channel, and they're called the Vineyard Chicks. And their channel is all about living on a homestead, and how they go about all sorts of things actually. Now there's 3 girls, there's Trey, KK and Bunky, and they're all into their own different little things, you know, like, let's scroll down and we'll have a look here. They're into the do-it-yourself homesteading, so they know how to make chicken coops, and they got pigs, and they're also doing the shed wars, and they got favourite recipes, how they go about raising their chickens, and they actually do a lot of collaborations with other homestead, you know, creators, content creators, and gardening channels. They show you how they go about preserving their food, you know, because it's all about prepping, getting everything stored away for in case they're going to need it. They got all sorts of different farm animals and pets, and emus, goats and cows, ducks, turkeys, chickens. No, it's really worthwhile coming over to have a look. I'm only just new here, like I said, but man, there's so many things I want to come back and have a look at. So when you get the opportunity, jump over there, share some love, tell them that Robbie from Rusticated-Artist sent you, and I'm sure they're going to appreciate it. Now, today's motivational quote is, today is your opportunity to build the tomorrow you want. And that's by Ken Poirot. And I thought, well, yeah, that makes sense. Today is your opportunity. Now, if this is your first time here, I'll leave a link up here to my Fun Times Family Art playlist, so you can see them all from the beginning. Alright, you can hit that like button now. And don't forget to share it with your friends, because if you like it, they'll like it too. And if you haven't subscribed and you want to, well, it's free. Don't forget to ring the bell, and that way you'll get notified every time a new video comes out. Well, that's about it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Same time, same place, and take care out there, my friends.